If you thought I was an Apple fanboy, you haven't seen my Nintendo collection. This is just a mere taste of the Nintendo paraphernalia I have littered all throughout the Cult Command Center. And inside this box are 2 items I've been waiting a very long time for. They just came in hot off the press, straight from Japan. These are the brand new Super Nintendo wireless Switch controllers. I got 2, because that's just the kind of man that I am. Now I'm very excited for these because the Super Nintendo controllers are hands down, inarguably, the best video game controllers ever made. If you want to argue with me, you take your finger and you get the hell off my YouTube page. You do it right now. So if you're watching this video, I'm sure you know that Nintendo recently finally released their Super Nintendo Classic system on the Switch console, which I was giddy about. I've been playing some of my all-time favorite games like Pilot Wings and F-Zero, which will give you a seizure if you're not careful. And so when I saw they were finally releasing the Super Nintendo Classic controllers in a wireless version for the Nintendo Switch, baby, you knew I had to get in on that action. Now let's jump right in. Let's see if there's any special packaging inside this main shipper box. You can see Nintendo is having a modern day renaissance. No one is doing packaging better than Nintendo. It's so high quality now. Every detail is scrutinized over. I don't even want to open this because the packaging is so beautiful. So when I saw this little shipper box, I was like, what the heck's going on with this? But I have a feeling something special lies inside. Little snip snip right there. Oh. We got a little pull out section right here that just slides right out. Ooh, enjoy that slide action. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is the Nintendo packaging. Oh, look at that Super Nintendo glory right there. I'm telling you, this controller fits in your hands just perfectly. It has just the right amount of buttons. You got the L1, L2 right at the top. You got your 4 buttons right on the front for all of your platforming action. You really don't need anything more than this. This was the apex of controlling technology, and the buttons, they just felt crisp, clean. Every little press gave your nips a little bit of elevation, just ooh. Oh, I don't even want to open this package. It looks so good. Okay, inside we have a black box of some kind. It looks like a cable's in there. We pull this out, and there is the Super Nintendo controller. We got a little plastic sheet, and we have a USB cable. I don't know what this is for. I'm guessing it's for charging the controller. Uh-oh. I better hide these bad boys. Oh my goodness. Oh. They nailed it. This looks exactly like the Super Nintendo controller I remember. Even down to that little texture. I don't even know if you could see it in the light. It has like this rough little texture on there that makes it stick in your hand just a little bit easier. It looks exactly like the Super Nintendo controller that I remember. Of course, there's no wire. It looks like we got a couple extra buttons right there and right there. No idea what those are for. Okay, it's time to take the music down. Let's do the click test and see if this thing clicks as well as I remember. You ready? Get those Band-Aids ready. Oh, it's got such a satisfying click. It's so precise. Ooh, every click, down pressing, just the way you'd want it to, so satiating. I think that we need to go ahead. Let's try it on some of those Super Nintendo Classic games and see how it feels. I just turned off the video for about 15 minutes trying to figure out how to pair this dang thing. And for about 10 minutes, I thought, is this controller actually wireless? I thought it was wireless, but I cannot figure out how to pair it, and it comes with a USB cable. Maybe it needs to be plugged in via USB. No, I'm not a complete chode. I finally figured it out. Okay, now that we're paired, let's go ahead and test it out. So for the first time in my life, I'm actually gonna use the little kickstand here on the back of the Switch. We'll set that guy down right there. Oh, those clicks are feeling real nice. Let's dive in to some Pilot Wings. This is the first Super Nintendo game I ever played. I feel like a bird just flying through the air. Let's start with a little jetpack, shall we? Oh, I'm gonna maneuver the hell out of these 3 rings, Teddy. Just you wait. Here we go. I'm coming in hot for that landing. Who's ready for some bullseye? Finesse it, pull back, pull back! I think I died. Oh no, you broke your legs. Okay, we gotta try it on the classic Super Mario Kart. Oh my, that feels so buttery smooth. Here we go, baby. Coming in for you, Luigi. You feel your buns burning? Yeah, that's Papa Mario coming in. Oh no! Now this controller is $30, which you might be thinking, that's an awful lot of money to spend for a controller that only plays Super Nintendo games. Now technically you can use this controller to play other games on the Switch as well, although you're gonna have some button compatibility issues on some of the games just because this controller is not meant to play Switch games. Those Switch games have more button availability on the regular controllers than this Switch controller does, but you're gonna have a hoot and a holler playing the Super Nintendo Classic games with this controller because it adds back that nostalgic value. You get that same clicky gameplay, you get the D-pad with the solid presses, and it's gonna make those games a lot more fun, and Nintendo is constantly adding to that library. They're gonna be building out their Super Nintendo library on the Switch, so if you have the Super Nintendo Classic System on your Switch, this controller is gonna make it a lot more fun to play those games. It's me, Erfon Elijah. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Super Nintendo Classic controller. I think it's well worth the money. It's only $30. Now you gotta think a Joy-Con controller is like 80. The Switch Pro controller is like 60 or 70. So getting one of these for $30 and having it be this high quality with those super clicky, crisp clicks, try saying that 5 times, you can't do it. I think it's well worth it just because this controller is so high quality, but you also get the nostalgic value, which I know not everyone's gonna care about. If you grew up with Super Nintendo, then this is gonna have some sentimental value to you. If not, you might just be looking for a great controller, and this is gonna be a great controller, especially if you're playing with multiple people at your house. You wanna have like a party game going, you need some extra controllers, but you don't wanna spend 60 for a Pro controller or 80 for a Joy-Con controller. This might be the best way to go, and then you'll get to experience what is undoubtedly, inarguably, the best video game controller ever hewn, made in the fires of Mordor, and that's the only place it can be destroyed. I made up that last part, but it sounded cool, didn't it? My name is Erfon Elijah. I'm already doing it. Gadget Hunter. I'll be back with more content just like this, so make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you guys real soon. Next time.